Hello to everyone. Thank you, Aya. I demonstrated my screen. Hopefully it's visible, should be. So I will show you a little bit about our solution, how it look like in reality, and how we usually work with that. So when we speak about DLP, file auditor, or risk monitor solution, despite the fact that these are separate solutions, we use exactly the same consoles in order to set them or in order to check data. Usually, using all of these solutions, we start with agent, as we use agent in order to receive the biggest amount of information via different channels. So we start with agent installation. We can do it remotely from the console using local network, or we can create installation package and install agent manually. We have installation package, in my case, only for Windows, but for Linux operation system and for Mac operation system, these are also installation packages available. In case of both installations, they are hidden, so there is no notifications for the user, the same as during agent work in general. There is no notifications for the users. All services are hidden, and agent is in hidden folders as well. After we install agent, we also choose what kind of channels we would like to intercept on each and every agent, or on all of them, depending on our tasks. So we just unselect modules that we don't need. Also, it's possible to set these modules if necessary. Most of them, we can specify some additional features, or maybe exclude some information that we don't need. I will give you example for device controller only, as it's the biggest module with the biggest list of settings that we have. Basically here, the wide list of settings is because we can control different different device types, sorry. Usually it's for sure USB devices, USB storage devices, and phones. We make a shadow copy of documents that are sent there. And we also make a full audit of connection and disconnection of all these devices and operations with files there. But if necessary, I also can enable same options on other device types. For example, I can go to DVD-CD and enable the same shadow copy here, or audit. Or I can do it, for example, for RDP connection, something that we do quite often as well. Here I also can make a shadow copy of clipboard and see all documents that my users share via RDP connection. So for most modules, we have some settings and can include or exclude something from the interception. Here, in exactly the same console, we set also file auditor. Aya has already shown you a couple of examples how to set policies. I would like to show another one because she mostly described agent interception, but a file auditor can classify documents not only based on agent, but also via local network. In this case, we can add some object that we would like to scan, and usually it's file systems, file servers, in case if we are not able to install agent there or don't want to, or there can be some other objects, some other servers. As you can see, FTP, mail server, so we are able to find emails with specific keywords or specific information in them. Or there can be even some cloud solutions. For example, for Microsoft 365, it will be OneDrive solution. So this way, we create, let me show you the server side. We create the rule here, in which we specify our object, some credentials to join to it, and a list of folders, list of paths that we would like to scan, for example. In this case, we can apply the same automatic data classification rule that we apply on the agent, and even a little bit more. For example, here we are available to use classifier. This is a small AI part that we have. This classifier allows us to find images with the specific information. So here I have an example in my automatic data classification rule. I have an example with passport AI. So here, as a search condition, I specify not the keywords from passport or something else, but I specify passport itself. So here, in this case, system will classify me all images or PDF documents that look like passport. As you can see, another point here, we can find bank card numbers, and we are planning to add more document types here. In this case, we do not use OCR, so we classify like an image how it look like. But if necessary, of course, we can enable OCR on server scanning or on agent scanning, and we are able to find documents with specific, like images, PDF documents with specific text in it. There can be, as I already showed you, some text rules. There can be some regular expression rules, can be quite detailed, complicated rules here. These are, some of them are preset. We have templates for that. We can use them as samples. We can edit them or create our own. Based on these classification rules, we also can block. And blockings are available for us not only based on classification rules, but based on context, for example. And also we have general, let's say, blockings. What I mean when I say general blockings, this is access blocking. So in this case, if I use, for example, HTTP website blocking, here I might specify some website, as in my case, LinkedIn, and this way my users won't be able to access this website in general. As you can see, blocking can be applied based on users or user groups or based on computer. The same for other, for example, Bluetooth, process blocking, network folder blocking, browser extension blocking, device controller blocking. So we can set some blocking rules, denied access type to some object completely. I can deny access to some application, I can deny access to some device type, etc. Or we have some content blocking based on keywords or based on our classification rules. For example, print controller. Here, when I create a new rule, I may specify some search criteria. In this case, I'm going to check the document itself and will find out some text in it, or, for example, regular expression in order to find some personal data. Or I can use our automatic or manual labels, as I have shown you, as a reason for blocking as well. If we speak about file, so these are, as you can see, DLP blockings. If we speak about DCAP blocking or file auditor blocking, here we block definitely based on labels. So here, as you can see, I block invoices, and as an object for blocking, here we choose application. So for the system, it's possible to block usage of document completely. As in my case, as you can see, I block all application using asterisk. This way, my user won't be able to open this document, copy it from folder to folder, or copy it to any of these applications. And if necessary, I can just make some exclusions, some allowed actions with specific apps, and allow my users just to open these documents or copy them in mail controller only. In Outlook only. And if we speak about Outlook, for SMTP blocking, we also have some detailed rules settings where I may say that within corporate emails, it's allowed to send this document with some label, for example, and outside the corporate mail, it's denied to do that. So usually when we start working with the system, we start work with the endpoint controller and set our interception rules and blocking rules if necessary. It's also possible to specify quite detailed access rights to the system and define what will be available for our users and what not. Access rights that we can set can be based on domain users. As you can see in my case, administrator, my user account is domain one. But if necessary, I also can create my own internal user account and apply access rights based on it. This way, in order to log in into consoles or into web version, we will use these login and password that we create. Besides that, it's possible to set two-factor authentication in order to get access into consoles. As a result, within these roles, we can specify it with a lot of details what will be available for our users. I personally like this example. For example, we give access to endpoint controller that we already saw, and I may say that network tab, okay, will be available. My user will be able to install agent, but uninstallation won't be available for him. So separate functions, separate tabs here can be defined. And also data sources, so I may deny searching data within some interception modules, and I may deny some users as well. Or vice versa, set a list of users who will be available for you for my auditor, and only these users will be visible in analytic. In terms of analytic, we have two consoles and web version for that. I will show you console version, and then later we will pay attention on web as well. So for analytic part, we mostly work with other sender. This is automatic search. So here we might create our search queries and check them by some schedule. We call these search queries security policies. So for example, you can see here a list of security policies that I have. These are also preset. So when we install system, we give a couple of security policies here and usually help to set them. So for example, in my personal data security policy, I have a couple of conditions that I'm looking for. Here I specify in what channels I would like to check them and what exact information I'm looking for. For example, here I also may use our classification rule. I mean, our classifier, the same as we use for file auditor. So here I may find for passport and bank card numbers, oh, sorry, not numbers, images within information that was shared by my user in different channels. Passport, bank cards. Or I may find some keywords information, let's say. In my case, for example, with bank card number, it's just a simple regular expression search. So I'm looking for regular expression. But if necessary, if I would like to make my search more defined, I can add additional attributes and, for example, add keyword. So I'm looking not only for the bank card number, but for the word card as well. And in this case, I just need to specify to my system how I would like to combine these two conditions together, A and, B. The same way, I can add some additional exclusions in order to make my search more defined and detailed and get rid of all false positives. For example, I may exclude corporate senders and recipients. For example, like this, we have a couple of templates, again, preset ABCD criteria that we can use, or I can exclude spam, for example. Adding that, I already have a couple of conditions, as you can see, phrase search, some attributes like a subject or a sender, and quite easily I can exclude spam as well and not see. When we are happy and basically satisfied with our policies, we usually specify a schedule of checking. We can check policies every day, every week, every month, every couple of hours or couple of minutes, depending on our task. And if we want, we can check data here in the incident tab, or if necessary, if it's a crucial task for us, we can also send notification on the email with new incidents. How the incident look like in general? For example, here I have passport classification just for you to see the result. So here I have this document on my user PC. So it's a part of file auditor solution. Here I may check this document here. But let me also show you the interception in other channels, let's say in messengers. So here we are looking for bank card number. And as a result, I will be able to see all common information about the incident, when it was intercepted, who was the user, what was the computer. In case if it's some conversation within messengers or mail, there will be from and to values. Will be document name. In my case, it's a conversation. That's why there is no document name, but in case of document, it will be. And as a result, all keywords that we are looking for will be highlighted either within the document or, as in my case, in the conversation itself. Besides that, here in Alert Center, we can control auditors' work, so make kind of log action. So we can control how someone work with the system. We also can create policies based on blocking audit, for example, and so on and so forth. Sometimes we need to get and make some additional investigation, so get extra data about the incident. We usually do it in our separate console, analytic one, so we have a hyperlink here to move. Analytic console is mostly for manual search. We use it for investigations, or we use it in order to perform some quick search that we don't need to repeat on a regular basis. So here I have my incident, and for example, I may check if there are any other conversations between these from and to addresses. I don't need to specify from and to manually. I just need to go to correspondence history, and this way either may check conversation within some specific period. I will choose not set. I would like to see all conversations between these users. This way, I may see that I have several correspondence. They have several correspondence, and also they have sent a couple of documents here. So I may see it all. Documents are available in such format like a native, and also I can just find text out of this document and use it for phrase search. If I would like to get extra info, for example, I'm not sure who is this sender and recipient, these are just Skype IDs, I would like to get more info, I can go and check screenshots or some other interception channels. Again, automatic way, just click to interception, we choose module that we would like to go to, and go. This way, we kind of get as much information about the incident as we can. Later, we can export this information or make kind of a task out of it in our incident center, for example. So here I may open my screenshots, see my sender and recipient, Mike and Veronica, and see this document was sent. So, and their conversation here. So I may prove who is it and may prove that this was happened and indeed. Besides that, besides all of these investigation tools, we here can make just a simple search. For example, I would like to check all documents that were sent to cloud, for example. Just choosing some interception modules, I may add additional filters, for example, user computer, or maybe keywords if necessary. And this way I can quickly, without any schedule, see information. For example, in this case, you may see I have Google Doc, some Gmail account. My user has sent this document there. Besides that, Analytic Console is a good tool to check document sending as well. Here we may use so-called content route. We can do it from context menu. I make it ahead because it on my test environment, it takes some time, probably 40 seconds to build it. What we can do here, using content route, Artyom has already shown it to you. I will explain a little bit how it works. So here in content route, we may check any document, either from interception, or what I did, I choose my document from the file explorer. So I choose my commercial offer, and this way system built me a file hash. In this case, you may see that it's exactly the same. Later, I choose what kind of modules I would like to check and what period of time, and system built me such a scheme in which I may see how this document was sent via different modules, or to whom this document was sent. As a result, I may check any interception here. For example, I'm interested specifically in USB. I would like to check what is card reader serial number, because we might have some corporate USB devices, and it's okay to send documents there, but if it's a personal one, it's not allowed. It's an incident. So I may check, for example, serial number here as well. And so here is my document, and here is my device credentials. System, like in this analytic console, we also can check some online activity, see what our user is doing right now. We can connect to monitor in live stream and see how they work on their computers right now. Unfortunately, on test environment, I won't be able to show it to you, but these options are available. And also we have a quite big list of reports that we can use for analytic purposes. I will show you reports in web version just for you to check it. So in web version, we have we have consoles for settings as well. In web version, we can create and our security policies that we already saw. Here we can check incidents as well. Here we have the same search tab. So the capabilities are similar, and also reports are available as well. In terms of reports, we can check different data. For sure, these are some number of incidents that we can check. For example, let me see, current year. For example, we may check number of incidents from our center. Here, John has quite a big amount of incident. I may check in what security policies he have it. And if necessary, I may switch to our center and see these incidents as well automatically. But mostly we work with other reports. We have some of them like relations of users. Here we may check how our users talk to each other within the company, or how they talk to someone outside of the company. So here I'm interested in John specifically. I can specify him or some other values here, and this way I may see what are internal contacts of this user and what are external contacts. And if someone is interesting for me here, I may also automatically move from report to interception. But mostly we use program controller reports, which allows us to check a lot of different information about the user. About the user activity, arrivals, departures, the duration of session, let's say, the active time of our user, how productive he is, what kind of applications and websites he visits, and how efficient he is. So we have a lot of reports based on that. I will show you one because of lack of time, but the report contain all information that we mentioned. So here I have a user efficiency. What we can do here, we can see overall productivity within all my users. I can build this report based on departments, for example, and see overall productivity based on some department. As you can see, my users mostly work in some neutral applications or website, not as productive as I want them, let's say, to be. Then we have some additional info about the user. So I can see average start of work, end of work, duration of a session. So this is kind of time between these two values. For how long my user is active, moving mouse or typing something on the keyboard. As you can see, my user are not really active. And then we have efficiency percent, how it counts. Here we count each and every day. And here we might see even work calendar. For each and every day, we can see the same: start of work, end of work, duration, activity, and for how long user is not active. Clicking on the day itself, we are able to see when our user was active, what kind of applications and website he visited. Mail is the most, system, IM, office, and so on and so forth. And then what are top processes and websites that he visited the most. Based on activity, based on these websites and processes that we visit and how productive they are, we can set it all. It's preset settings, but also definitely we can make some individual settings based on departments. We count this efficiency per every day and then can count it based on some period of time. And this statistical information is available for us not only based per day, but also based on the period of time. For example, this is January information. This is his general productivity, some late arrivals, early departures, what kind of applications and websites he visited the most, what kind of applications, what kind of websites, and top 10 of processes and websites that he visited the most. We can check all of this information in different reports, different tables, less information if necessary, only like arrivals and departures and so on and so forth. This information is available for us either in Web Console, as we already saw, in console that can be installed locally as well, not only on the server. And we can apply access rights, as we already discussed, in order to see not all users, but only some specific one. And also we can send reports automatically via email, as well as we send incidents from other center. And I has already told you how we usually work with file auditor. So basically, as I mentioned, we use exactly the same consoles in order to work with this solution. So we use them together with DLP or together with Risk Monitor. Probably that's it for me. Thank you for your attention.